The early settlers came to the area of Tomball in the 1840s and 1850s, seeking the land of their dreams, where they could raise their families in peace, be free to worship, and to be free to have occupational choices. The land was open and fertile and was perfect conditions for farming and raising cattle. In 1906, the area began to boom. Railroad line engineers often noticed that the Tomball area was on the boundary between the low hills of Texas and the flat coastal plains of the Gulf. Thomas Henry Ball, an attorney for the Trinity and Brazos Valley Railroad, convinced the railroad to run the line right through downtown Tomball. Soon after, people came in droves to this new train stop. Hotels, boarding houses, saloons, and mercantile stores all began to spring up in the area. At first, people called the area Peck after a chief civil engineer of the railroad line. However, on December 2nd, 1907, the town was officially named Tomball.
I loved being born and raised in Tomball, a two-lane main street. You go to restaurants or grocery store, wherever, and you were either related to someone that you saw or you just have known them for many years. Just a slower paced time of life, and just one that I would never want to regret to have been a part of.
This is still true for a larger, more complex community of Tomball today. The community of Tomball, Texas is well known by people near the Houston, Texas area, which is part of Harris County. People all around come to Tomball for community events and festivals such as the Tomball German Heritage Festival, the Tomball, Texas Music Festival, and the Parade of Lights. But what really makes Tomball special is the people in this community. Tomball, where in fact I'm standing behind the team location where a lot of the donations and team volunteers take place. Team was founded in the 1980s on the principle that no neighbor should be left to fend for themselves. Since then, Team has provided food, clothing, financial aid, emergency relief, and prayers to thousands of individuals and families per year. Team consider themselves as the epicenter of faith and action. People all around the community of Tomball come to Team as either patrons or volunteers.
In the early 1980s, and I'm not sure if it was 83, 84, Ann Gilderson approached me, and I was collecting clothing and she was collecting food, and we were feeding families individually.
And they needed help. And where do you go when you need help? To a church.
All the pastors had gotten together and were concerned about people coming from church to church for assistance, and they thought there should be one place for them to come to.
And originally, we were offered a building on Cherry Street where we established a resale shop.
We realized we needed more room for the resale shop because we couldn't have furniture or anything. So we bought 3 lots next to us and paid them off early and paid for a building to be put on that lot and extended the resale shop.
The first accomplishment, and probably the most important, was just creating a sense of community ownership and awareness of Team by opening the door and just inviting everyone in to see all that we did and to join us in helping meet the needs in our community.
Oh, hello, pardon me. Are you here as a shopper or a volunteer?
Well, actually, I am a volunteer, and I love every minute of it. Today, I'm a shopper, though. In fact, I got this entire outfit here.
Wow, how much did you pay for the boots?
$1.
No kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
I didn't catch your name, I'm sorry.
My name is Johanna.
Johanna, lovely to meet you, I'm Rob.
It's good to meet you.
I'll let you continue shopping around.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you. Let me introduce you to another vital member of the team organization. I'm here with Colleen, and she works here in the pantry. So, Colleen, where does all this food come from?
About 40% of it comes from our generous community, and the other 60% comes from the food bank that we order from.
How long have you been with Team?
I've been here about 18 years. I am considered the food pantry manager, so my responsibilities include ordering from the food bank, coordinating food drives from the community, organizing the volunteers, and overseeing the food handout. And I think that's about it. Anything that has to do with food, I do.
So last question, what do you want others to know about the team organization?
That we're here to help, that we are a dedicated group of volunteers here to help the community.
Let me introduce you to Huey Kinchin, who is the current board president of TEAM. So, Huey, what actually brought you here to TEAM?
Yeah, well, Rob, there were many organizations I was looking at when I retired. I was looking for an organization that I felt was worthy of our community and what we were doing within the community. And TEAM met a lot of the criteria that I had.
So what does TEAM mean to you?
To me, it's giving back to the community. So I want to encourage anyone that's retired or has some free time to come and look at TEAM. And I think once you can really investigate what we do, I think it's something that is very worthwhile.
I am here with Jeff Love, who has been a very major player in the TEAM organization. So, Jeff, in your own words, what does TEAM mean to you?
TEAM is a community of caring. TEAM is a organization that exhibits love for your neighbor. TEAM is a way of giving back in the community that you live in.
I have the pleasure of sitting down and talking with the executive director of TEAM, Mr. Barry Hart. Pleasure to meet you, Barry. Can I ask you a few questions?
Absolutely.
So, why did you want to lead TEAM?
TEAM is a remarkable organization. First, I really saw a unique aspect of TEAM as I was being introduced to TEAM. TEAM really provides what I consider the hands and feet of Jesus, ministering to the Tomball community.
In your own words, what does the work at TEAM mean to you?
TEAM is about fulfilling that, honoring by loving our neighbor as we love ourselves.
I think first and foremost with TEAM, since it's a Christian nonprofit, is you better love the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, and mind and strength. But then he went further and he said the second commandment is to love your neighbor as yourself. And that's what TEAM does. We take care of our neighbors in our community, and having 19 churches coming together to shoulder up for that common cause is pretty unusual. And it's really been a joy for me to be involved in it.
I'm here with Karen Guiles, who is a very important and vital member of the TEAM organization. So Karen, what is your current role here?
I'm the Community Relations Manager, and in that role I'm out in the community working with businesses, churches, and other organizations, seeking various kinds of assistance for TEAM. For instance, we have car repair shops who will do pro bono work for our clients who need car repairs, and TEAM pays for the parts.
So who are your supporting businesses and organizations for TEAM?
Honda of Tomball, HCA Houston Tomball, Lone Star College Tomball, the Chamber of Commerce is a great help. And then we also have organizations such as the Rotary Club, the Lions Club. We have over 75 supporting folks within our support system.
With TEAM, we were one of the sponsors of the gala and participated in that.
But TEAM has been probably the greatest relationship. We've been able to connect with the local community and ensure that our funds, particularly the $27,000 we raised from Harvey, went to the local community and charities.
TEAM's mission is to foster relationships with our community that together we as members of the unified body of Christ will achieve their full potential in Him.
Tomball has been growing by leaps and bounds, which is a blessing, and hardship comes with that too. But with great people, great leaders, and just the heart of the community to come back together and help and be able to do these things, it's really starting to be just like it was, a bigger community that has the hometown feel.
Lone Star College Tomball has been a key element in the Tomball community for over 30 years now. And because of that history and that legacy, we continue today to honor that by how we serve the community.
So in Tomball ISD, we're very fortunate to have many, many groups that we partner with. And I have to say, one of my favorite is a partnership with Team.
Partnering with Tomball Emergency Assistance Ministries is easy to do. One practical way that we have supported Team is through our Days of Service. They are one of our partner organizations where we send volunteers to just help do whatever they needed us to do for a couple of days. But the real partnership comes in when we talk about service to our students.
When I think about a mission, it's your driving force. It's your vision, it's your path, it's your blueprint of where you want to go, what you want to do. And whether you're a Tomball ISD school district employee or whether you partner with Team and provide assistance there, we are all in essence giving. We're giving back. For example, my absolute favorite opportunity in which we collaborate is our annual food drive.
We have been able to recommend Team to some of our students who have some food insecurities or other housing insecurities. We're able to utilize the services that Team provides for our students to be able to meet some immediate needs and to make sure they stay in school and are able to be successful in the long term. Without Team, I'm not sure quite where we would send those students. So they have been a terrific partner in our student success efforts.
As the Tomball community continues to experience the robust growth reflective of the larger Houston Metroplex, there are more families in need of assistance. Team continues to grow its partnership with area churches, businesses, and civic organizations to address this growing need through funding, volunteers, and other avenues of service. Additional funds from various foundations are likewise important for serving these families in crisis. Looking ahead, Team's vision is to go beyond providing for the immediate needs of its clients. Begun in 2019, Team's Hand Up ministry has engaged clients in discussion on the topic of job search, job improvement, and employer expectations. We are identifying the array of resources available for those seeking new or better employment and encouraging clients to utilize these resources in moving towards employment.
I really see this, what we call our Hand Up ministry, which is really focused on helping clients who are in a position to go find a job, to help them go through that process. But I also see it going beyond that, not just because we're talking largely about fulfilling physical needs. We have a spiritual component of what we're trying to accomplish too. We are a Christian organization, and our desire is to bring the hope of Jesus Christ into that component with every client that we interact with.
Through this year of developing Team's Hand Up ministry, we are learning that our interactions with clients need to deepen in order to provide the encouragement necessary for the clients to move beyond their current challenges. These more extensive interactions could take the form of mentorships or extended small group engagements. Team is currently embarking on a process of research, understanding, and client engagement in order to derive its next level of service. These efforts will establish another phase in Team's growing ability to meet the needs of the communities that it serves.
The Tomball community has been very generous in supporting Team's ministry. We are very grateful to the churches, businesses, civic organizations, and individuals that have helped Team to be what it is today. We look forward to growing these partnerships as we expand our efforts to serve the Tomball area. Thank you, Tomball.